Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you guys so much for joining me for today's video. Today I'm sharing a newborn must-have list as a first-time mom. I actually wrote it down on my phone and these are all items that made just parenthood and mom life a little bit easier with our son. Our son was born back in November. He actually just turned 4 months, which I can't believe how fast time has gone. But yes, these items are definitely items that we use religiously that I would recommend purchasing if you are also a first-time mom or are about to have a baby. We love these items. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started because it's quite a lengthy list. I'm not sure how long this video will be, but I hope you guys find them helpful. I will also list them down below in the description box, but I will make sure to pop up pictures and videos here so you guys know what I'm talking about. I kind of broke them down into categories. The first one being sleep. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that this fixed all of our sleeping problems, but they definitely made sleeping easier, especially as our son started growing and we started getting him into a routine. But the first item I would say is to get a mini crib. I saw so many bassinets and so many bedside bassinets, but we had the nesting crib and it becomes a mini crib, a normal size crib, and a toddler bed, and I absolutely loved having this. The mini crib actually is on wheels, so for the first like 2 months of Jonathan's life, I basically would carry around this little crib or roll it around the house wherever I was at. I was I had high anxiety, so I could not put Jonathan away from my sight, even for his naps. So it was just so nice to have the little rolling crib that I can pull to the kitchen, pull to the living room, pull into the bathroom when I was showering, and so on. So I would definitely opt for a mini crib on wheels or a bassinet on wheels. Next up are just swaddles, and especially Velcro swaddles, so they could actually stay put on your baby. We actually did double swaddle our baby because it was just he was born in the winter time, so it was a little bit cold and it was easier to regulate his temperature with a like normal swaddle, but then we'd also put him in a Velcro swaddle. These are the ones we used. They are available on Amazon and Target. I will again have everything linked down below, but the Velcro just makes it really nice because they are secure and you don't have to worry about them wiggling out of it during the night and so on, just to make sure they are safe sleeping. But okay, next item again kind of goes with the swaddle. So once your baby starts showing signs of rolling, you want to make sure you stop swaddling them, and Jonathan actually started showing signs of rolling pretty early, so I was so scared because I tried to unswaddle him cold turkey and put him into a sleep sack, and that did not work. He likes to feel held when he's sleeping, so we actually found the Merlin Magic sleep suit. It is the best thing ever. We love it. It was such an easy transition. It was, yeah, I love it. I can't say good enough stuff about it. Jonathan felt cuddled and he felt like he was swaddled. He slept through the night. Actually, the Magic Merlin sleep suit actually helped him sleep through the night. And what I mean by that is initially he gave us like a 5-hour stretch, and slowly that's been increasing, and now he sleeps from 9 p.m. to about 5:30 in the morning, wakes up, eats, and goes back to bed for another like 2 hours. So we love the Magic Merlin sleep suit. I'm so scared of having to transition him into a sleep sack, just because once they start rolling in the Magic Merlin suit, you want to transition them out of it. So yeah, but anyways, we love it. Next up, this wasn't a must-have at the beginning. He didn't really mind sleeping in any type of sound, but for the last like month and a half, we've been using a sound machine. We do use the Hatch machine and we love it. I always have it on. I keep it on the red light, and just like with the sound that it comes with. I think I have it like on a rainforest or rain, I don't know, but it has so many options. You can choose whatever you want. It comes with an app that you can connect it to your phone. Honestly, I don't think you need the Hatch machine, but any sound machine will work, and yes, we love it. I'm used to it now when I'm sleeping too, since he sleeps right next to me on my side of the bed. I have the sound machine there, and it really does help you sleep, so definitely would say to have a sound machine. The following category is just like medicine and well-being. Thankfully, we haven't had any like bouts of sickness or anything like that, so this is just general must-haves I think you should have. The first one is just a nose sucker. We actually have an electric nose sucker because we just kind of felt weird about the little like nose Frida that you like suck their boogers out with, but we have the Frida nose sucker, the electric one, and we love it. It works, it does its job, and you don't have to suck anything up yourself, so yes, we love it. Next up, a nail file. We also have the Frida Baby nail file. I haven't had to use clips on him. His nails are always nice and short, and his nails grow super fast, so I just make sure to keep up with it. Every 2 days, I file down his nails. We have had no accidents with clippers or anything like that, so definitely recommend having a nail file versus a clipper, but having a clipper just in case. But nail file, especially an electric one, I'd say go for that, especially if you're a first-time mom, because there's so many things that'll give you so much anxiety, and clipping their nails is one of them. Next up is just the Frida Medi Frida, I think it's called. Basically, it's a little syringe with the pacifier attached to it where you can give them their medicine. We use that for anything that was medicine related for Jonathan the first 2 months of his life. It was the only way we can get him to take his gas drops, so definitely recommend it. It's super nice and neat. You just actually collect like the medicine with the syringe, and then you connect it to the pacifier, give it to your baby, and they actually suck the medicine in, so it just makes it so much easier. There's no crying, there's no screaming. I recommend it. It's like $12, so I think it's worth the money. Next up, when it comes to medicine type things, the only thing we really have used is gripe water and Mylicon. Get it. Everyone told me to have it on hand. I am so grateful because it has come in handy. I've purchased it and repurchased it so many times. It's just a lifesaver. I was one of those moms that thought, oh, my baby doesn't have colic, and I was wrong. The first 4 weeks were perfect, and then he just started struggling with a lot of gas, and we just love our Mylicon and our gripe water, so definitely just have those on hand. Okay, next category is just a diaper changing. I'm gonna try to go through this one pretty quick, but the first thing is to have a changing pad you can wipe. We have the Skip Hop one and we love it. We just take a little wipey and we clean it off. I really didn't want anything I had to be washing over and over, especially with a little boy. You will find that they like to pee you. They like to pee while you're changing their diaper, and just having this wipeable one was so convenient. Also, we always change his diapers on the changing pad. We never change his diapers anywhere else in the house, always on the changing pad, and yeah, it's just been nice. He's used to it. He doesn't cry. He doesn't fuss. He knows that when he's on that changing pad, it's to get his diaper changed and to get dressed. So definitely recommend having that. Next up is a wipe warmer. My baby loved it. He was born in the winter, in the cold season, and those wipes can get super cold, and yeah, I wasn't gonna put him through that. He's perfectly fine if we leave the house and I have to use a cold wipe on him, but while we're here at home and I'm changing him on his changing pad, I figured I would just have the wipe warmer, and it definitely made those diaper changes so much easier, especially at the beginning when he did hate having his diaper changed. Just get the wipe warmer. Just trust me, do it. Just have it on hand if you can, of course. Next up, for diaper rash, I had the diaper rash creams everyone recommended, but my older sister actually recommended that I get the A&D ointment, and that is what we've used ever since he got his first diaper rash, and it works miracles. It's awesome. It's amazing. Anytime I start seeing any type of rash starting, we will just use it, and he never has a diaper rash. So definitely recommend the A&D ointment versus any other diaper rash cream. Next up, water wipes. Our baby had a sensitive bum. We had like the what is it called, like the fragrance-free Huggies version of them. Those are the first ones we opened. It gave him his first really bad rash, which is why we changed to the A&D ointment in the first place. And then I just ultimately bought the water wipes, and that's what we've been using. It doesn't give him a rash, and they work great. So I would just say go for the water wipes. They are good. We love them. And yeah, we got a lot of wipes for our baby shower, which I'm planning to use when he's a bit older. But since the water wipes are working right now, I just kind of don't want to switch them out yet. And lastly, in the diaper changing category is a diaper pill. We have the Ubi diaper pill. We love it. I chose this one because you don't have to buy a specific brand of trash bags. We just use our normal trash bags in it. It works. It keeps the odor in, and yeah, there's just not much to say about it. It's nice because it's right next to the diaper changing station. We just put the diapers in there and call it a day. We can't smell them, so I definitely recommend it. Okay, next up is the bath category. I only have 3 must-haves in this one. The first one is just the Angel Care bath. This is what we use to prop him inside the tub. When he was first newborn, we would put it inside our sink in our kitchen. It's just easy. It makes bathing him easy. It has these holes so the water drains perfectly fine. Love it. It's cheap. It's $20. Get it. Trust me. Next up is the elephant shower nozzle. Again, I will pop up a picture here, but this just makes it so comfortable for him, and it helped us introduce like water on his face really early so he's not afraid of it, and it just makes bathing him super easy versus like a cup, which we did do at the beginning. We used just like the Frida, I don't know, like water dispenser. It worked, it did great, but the nozzle is just so much nicer and so much more comforting for him. He loves it. Now that he's older, he loves holding it and playing with it himself. So I definitely recommend having that. Next up and last item is just the temperature turtle, or like temperature duck. A subscriber, one of you guys, actually gifted us off of our registry the little turtle, and we love it. You'd be surprised how you can really, I don't know, you could really mess up when it comes to how hot or warm the baby's water is. I know the first few times we tried to just kind of gauge it with our hands and then test it with the turtle we got, and we were completely off. So we would be burning our baby had we trusted ourselves. So definitely recommend having that, especially again, if you're a first-time parent. You'd be surprised how wrong you judge water temperature. But I can now say that I'm pretty good at gauging the temperature just with my hand. Next up is just, I guess, like feeding category, but the bottles we use, our baby is breastfed exclusively, but we did introduce bottles pretty early on just for emergencies, or if Jonathan wants to feed him or has to feed him, or like if we take a bottle out for public use or whatever. We introduced a bottle. We love the Advent Natural Flow bottles and the MAM. We recently switched them to the MAM bottles, and I'd say if you're gonna choose one, just go with the MAM bottles. They're awesome, they're great, they're anti-colic, and we love them. So those are the bottles we use. Next up is just the Baby Brezza bottle warmer, or any bottle warmer. It's so convenient. Again, you will be surprised again at how badly you gauge temperature as an adult versus what a baby needs. The bottle warmer gets it perfectly to the temperature it has to be, so you don't burn your baby and you don't give your baby cold milk. Also, the baby brezza works for a lot other things like warming breast milk, warming purees, and so on. So I'd recommend having that. And with that, I'd also recommend the Baby Brezza dryer and sterilizer. We wash all of our baby's bottles and products, but then it's nice that we have the sterilizer so we don't have to be boiling a pot of water every single time to sterilize his little items. So again, it's just convenient and it makes things easier. And when you have your hands full with a little baby, you just want life to be a little bit easier. So I recommend those 3 items in the feeding category. The following category is entertainment. Surprise, surprise, even though they're little babies, you definitely need to keep them entertained, especially during those wake windows, and you want to be intentional about it so they start hitting their milestones and all of that. So the 3 items I would recommend having on hand is a baby gym. I would 100% recommend just going for the purple monkey mat. It is the Fisher-Price Kick and Play. We love this thing. I swear we will be singing the Purple Monkey song all day long because Jonathan absolutely loved this. You can just put him down. They can practice tummy time on it. They can be on their back. They can play. They can kick the piano thing. It just keeps them entertained for so long. And again, like I said, we loved it as his parents and it just worked so great for us. A baby gym, we had one and we honestly opted for the purple monkey mat all the time versus the baby gym. So I'd say just go for the purple monkey mat. Next up is just have some high contrast toys and cards on hand, especially when they're newborn. Babies just see like high contrast black and white and then they start seeing red. So to keep them entertained and again to practice like eye tracking and so on and so forth, you want to have those high contrast items. It also keeps them entertained. When I needed to get a few minutes to get ready, I actually stuck high contrast cards on our bathroom walls and I would just sit him in the bouncer and I could see him like tracking each card with his eyesight, getting excited about them and so on. So definitely recommend having some form of toy in the high contrast category. And lastly, a vibrating bouncer. We were gifted a little vibrating bouncer at our baby shower and we love it, especially for gas relief. Believe it or not, when we notice him uncomfy, we just give him a couple gas drops, put him on the bouncer, and without failure, within 10 minutes, he gets all the relief he needs, if you guys know what I mean. But yes, we love having that. And last and final category are just like splurge items. I would recommend as a first-time parent if you are able to get them. The first one being the Doona. We love the Doona. It is so convenient. It is a car seat that turns into a stroller. You'd be surprised how convenient and how much you're gonna love the Doona. I know a lot of people rave about it and I was conflicted because it's pretty expensive, but it honestly is worth it. We love it. Jonathan, my husband, loves it, approves of that purchase, so I'd recommend it. Next up is the Bjorn bouncer. We had another brand bouncer. We hated it. He hated it. It did absolutely nothing for us. But the baby Bjorn actually is so easy to bounce. They can bounce themselves and it's just really nice. It keeps them entertained, especially, for example, we use it when we sit down for dinner. It keeps him entertained. I use it when I'm gonna film. Keeps him happy. So it's worth it in my opinion. And lastly, the last splurge item I actually didn't purchase until he was about 6 weeks old is the outlet sock. I went back and forth between wanting to get it and thinking that I was okay without it, but my anxiety was just bad and it got the best of me. Even when he started sleeping through the night, I wasn't, because I'd constantly wake up trying to see if I could hear him breathe, and Especially, you guys know my story and you guys know that I have had pregnancy losses, and it was just scary, and the outlet sock has given me a lot of added comfort throughout the night. He wears it every single night. It also is nice because it gives us insight into his sleep, his wake windows, and so on. But honestly, it just takes me off the edge at nighttime, and it allows me to get some much needed sleep. So that is all for my baby must-haves. Again, I will have everything linked down below if you guys are interested. But I 100% recommend each and every item I talked about. But that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, a little bit out of my usual content, but I want to start just sharing more motherhood videos with you guys. I can't believe he's 4 months old already. It's just pretty crazy. But without further ado, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.